This example is quite similar to the previous one in that it has to do with a number of balls in an urn and a random sample pulled from the urn. But this time, when they ask about the probability, it's not exactly equal to anything. Instead, it says, what's the probability that less than 4 black balls are drawn? So if you didn't already know how to write that, because you're confused about the less than or greater than signs, that's okay. Use this chart that I sent you in an email so that you can start learning that less than something means this is how we're going to write that. Less than something. Okay? Now, the total number of balls in the urn is your capital N. The number of balls in the random sample is 5, and the number of successes is the chances that the balls we pull are going to be black. How many chances are there in this urn? There are 10. Okay, and then we have this equation that we're going to use. Now this time, because of this inequality symbol, we're actually going to use a slightly different equation. Now, how to think about this so that you know how to set up your equation is think about the random sample. Here it's 5, so we write those x values as 0 through 5. The probability they're asking us for is the probability that x will be less than 4, meaning the probability of x equals 3 plus the probability of x equals 2 plus the probability of x equals 1 plus the probability of x equals 0. Okay? This equation allows us to only have to calculate for x greater than or equal to 4, meaning we only have to calculate for the probability of x equals 4 plus the probability of x equals 5. Notice how these two things take care of the whole sample. So that's what we're trying to do, is have these symbols match in that way. So just draw out your sample if you need to so that you can understand how to write this equation as 1 minus something. Or I guess you can go ahead and do x equals whatever 4 times if you want to. Okay, so down here is where I'm working these out. And I would recommend using the scientific calculator. I'm only going to show this one time. So right here where it says 10 choose 4 or 10C4, this function is right here behind the 8. So how we would do this is we would enter 10, and then we would go second 8, and then we would enter 4 equals. So this little piece right here is equal to 210. Okay, and that's way easier than doing all the factorials. So after you find the probability for x equals 4 and x equals 5, these numbers right here, you add them together, and then don't forget we're needing to do 1 minus that number, and then round that to 4 decimal places.